Hi there. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at optimizing our images for our websites or any web portfolios or exhibitions we might be a part of. So here's my illustration. We are in Photoshop. I can briefly show you through image and image size that we are looking at an image size of 32.5 megabytes with a resolution of 300. And our pixel sizes are about 2000 to 3000 and our centimeters 24 by 33. Now this image is huge, much too big for a website. So let's look at how we can make it smaller but still retain all of this lovely quality, textural quality and mark making quality by doing so. So in doing so we're going to go up to File, Export and Save for Web Legacy. And this panel will open up. So first things first, I can only see a small segment of my image and I'd quite like to see the whole thing in order to be able to play around with file sizes. So I can see in this panel my image. On the bottom left it tells me at the moment it's a JPEG. It's got a file size of 1.7 and it's 326 seconds upload at a speed of internet speed of 56.6 kilobytes per second. And that is it already optimized. I can see this in the top left corner. On the original, I can see that the original still retains 32.5 megabytes. So remember, we're just exporting this out at a smaller quality. Already when I jump between these two, there is hardly any difference, maybe an ever slight color shift, because I originally created this illustration to be printed, so it is in a color mode of CMYK and it is being edited to be RGB, which is for screen and digital use. So on the right hand side, because this is probably not the preset that is going to crop up, in our presets you can see that we've got loads of GIF files. So anyone who remembers from any animation workshops you may have done with me, this is where we export our animated GIFs out. And then we have JPEG files and PNG files. Now, beneath the presets, because we like to do things ourselves, we can pick a GIF file, which I only recommend if we're animating. We can pick JPEG, PNG 824 and WBMP. Now let's focus more on our JPEGs and PNGs. PNGs have really high quality images. However, if I pick my PNG 24, what we're going to see is that there's still incredibly large file sizes. So yes, optimized, slightly smaller, but still much too big for our websites. So let's focus predominantly on our JPEG. And beneath JPEG, we can pick whether we have low, medium or high quality. However, if I pick my high quality, that's taking me to about 3 megabytes, which is still too big for websites. Keep in mind that when you upload anything, whether it's to Facebook or to WordPress, they tend to have a 2 megabyte cutoff. Anything above will be optimized by their systems. Now, their systems do not take into practice that we are illustrators and that we want to retain all our lovely image quality. So I'm going to select medium, which takes me to a quality of about 30. And down here I can see that it's 1.62 megabytes with an upload of 301 seconds at 56.6 kilobytes per second. And it's looking pretty fabulous. If I do a comparison, so on my left hand side I've got my original, on my right hand side I've got my optimize, I can barely see any differences. And if I zoom right in, because it's that texture I really care about, I can't really see any differences at all. Like I said, only a slight color shift, but that's down to some colouring choices and the fact that this was going to print. Its main function was print rather than web use. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just before we move on, I want to show the bottom of the right hand side. Now you might be submitting work, or you might be part of an online exhibition, Or you might just think once you've uploaded this image to your website that it was too big and you want to change its size, not its quality. So down here we've got image size, and because all our images work in pixel dimensions when we are working digitally, you can drop the size down here. So for example, if I just sort of wanted to drop it a third, I can drop the image size down there. Now, even though I've dropped the size, if I'm jumping between the two, if we're ignoring that color shift that I've mentioned, the quality still has not been reduced from our images. And actually our file size has dropped even further with just a 90-second upload speed. And actually this size is going to look much better on a web page. It's not going to overwhelm the web page and have people trying to zoom out of their web browsers to view it. So if everything's good, I'm just moving this panel so we can see the save button. I'm going to select save. And just a little tip about saving file names. Do not use spaces between words. You want to actually use dashes or underscores between each word when you're saving, when you're saving any files, because actually spaces for some reason add file sizes. Use only lowercase, don't use any special characters, and of course date it if you feel that is valuable and again gives you that sort of a little bit of extra safety around your image. Be clear in the name, and I'm just going to save this to my desktop. Save. Brilliant. And then on my desktop, did I save that to my desktop? Maybe I've gotten rid of the original of my desktop. So there's the image, web optimized for my website. Brilliant. I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much. Have a great day.